everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed this makeup look for all of you. This is a heat proof and sweat proof makeup look as we're entering the summer to get humid, so we need to use products that are more long wearing and are going to make our makeup last. So this is what that look is. All the products I use today are very long wearing and will not melt off. If you'd like to know how to get this look, then just keep on watching. The first product I'm going to start with is my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This is one of my favorite primers. Take that on my Sigma F80. Next, I'm going to take my Revlon Colorstay foundation in the shade Nude. And this is one of my favorite foundations because it lasts all day long. It doesn't move, so it's great for summer. And I'm going to take that on the same brush that we used before. This formula is the normal to dry skin. I do have an oily skin formula, which is really, really good. I would highly recommend that for all of you that have oily skin because it's going to keep you matte throughout the day. And you can also use a mattifying primer. And this has really great coverage as well. It's another thing that I like about the foundation. And I'm patting it in, kind of stippling it in and then working it in circular motions. Foundation down the neck, on the ears as well. Don't want to forget the ears. This foundation is also very buildable as well. It starts off as a very sheer foundation and then it gets more full coverage as you build it. So next I'm going to take my Better Skin concealer from Maybelline, and this is in the shade Ivory. And I'm going to apply this underneath the eyes. And this is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so it's going to brighten my under eye area really, really nicely. And that's why I like it. And plus it's very lightweight, so it's not going to weigh your face down or anything like that. It's very lightweight and it's very blendable as well. And for just a little bit more highlighting, I'm going to take my Rimmel Match Perfection concealer in the shade Fair Light. Just apply that to this part of the face. I just like to highlight that area, and plus this stuff is also really good for underneath the eye. I'm going to blend my concealer out using my Real Technique sponge. It's very grungy because I've used it so many times. These sponges are not very durable, so the Beauty Blenders are a lot more durable than these, but I really like these. So I'm just blending in my concealer, and blending in your concealer with a sponge brings more moisture to your face. And I have dry skin, so it keeps all the dry skin at bay, which is nice because you don't want dry skin underneath your eyes. So I'm just blending that out and just patting the face. I honestly don't blend in my concealer with anything else unless it's the G2 brush from Morphe, which is a beauty blender on a stick. But sometimes I feel like you can take product away, and the beauty blender can do that too, but because if you smear it, like if you swipe your face with the beauty blender, it will take away product, but if you just pat it, it pats in the product. I'm going to take my Coty Airspun powder in translucent extra coverage, and I'm going to take my beauty blender and also set the face. It's one of my favorite ways to do this. If you have not tried this method, you need to try it because it is just so bomb. It's very messy, so I like to just pat it. You just let it sit there on your face until the concealer is done cooking. And another tip, if you have powder on your face, do not look down because it will fall down. Well, not all of it, but some of it will fall off because I have done that. It gets everywhere. So, just a warning. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my E3 brush from Morphe, and I'm going with my Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC, and I'm going to this powder where we didn't put the Airspun. I'm going to take my setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. This is in Peach. This is their Peach setting spray, and I'm just going to spray this on my face to get rid of excess powder. It smells really great. The setting spray has a nice peachy smell to it, but it's not overpowering. You don't smell it throughout the day, so that's good. Next, I'm going to brighten underneath the eyes a little bit more using my NYX HD powder. I'm going to use my contour brush from Real Techniques to set my under eye, just to brighten the area a little bit. And this is a really great powder to do that. It's very creamy and it really sets everything. And you can use this to clean up your contour also. Next, I'm going to take my bronzer from Milani. This is their baked bronzer in Glow. This is a great bronzer because it bronzes up the face and it also gives you a nice glow because it has these little reflecting powders in there, so that's going to help you glow. See there, if you can see gold specks in there, that is what's going to get you bronze glow. Warming up the face with this. Not contouring, just bronzing. Next, I'm going to take my M530 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to contour with the Cheekathon palette, which is my favorite palette. And lately I've been using Hoola to contour. So I'm going to take some of this. It's a nice cool toned, warm toned bronzer. It's like right in the middle, so that's great. And it's really pigmented. Y'all can see that. So I'm just going to contour ear down. So I'm basically starting from here and then taking most of the product there. So you have a nice little shadow here and then moving back and forth. A nice shadow, because that's what contour is, it's a shadow. So I always concentrate most of the product there at my ear and then work my way down. Today I'm not going to take it like all the way down here. I'm just going to take it to about here. Nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to take a little bit more and just, I like to put some on my forehead a little bit. This is a great brush for contouring because it really gets in the hollows of the cheeks. And it's really fluffy, but it's not too fluffy. So it's not going to like disperse the product like everywhere. It's not going to be like, you know, it's not going to be like that. It's a really nice product. It's a really nice brush for contouring because of that. And also it's really dense, but it's not too dense. So that really helps. And anything with like goat hair, this is made of goat hair by the way, and that also helps with blending. I'm going to blush up my cheeks using Tarte's Captivating. Their blushes, I love Tarte's blushes. I use my E4 brush for this. And as you can see, this brush is slanted. You can really brush the blush back. Mine kind of broke. It did break, so I have to be very careful. So I'm going to just lightly tap. And this product, all their blushes, so I like to start here and work my way back. I don't start here because if you start here on the apples of the cheek, you're gonna have a more outward, like your blush is gonna be like bam, it's gonna be like hey. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, I have really high cheekbones, so I don't like to do that. So it's a peachy nude, but it's not overpowering at all. And Tarte's blushes last all day long. They do not fade. They're really great. If I want to look sun-kissed, I will put some on my nose a little bit, my chin, and a little bit on the forehead, but just a little bit. You could use blush to look sun-kissed. You know, I really love Tarte's blushes. Highly recommend them. Next, I am going to highlight using Laura Gellar's Gilded Honey highlighter. I ranted and raved about it in my May favorites, so I will link that below if you guys like to see that. So this is in the shade Gilded Honey, and I'm going to take my M501 from Morphe and dust out and highlight the cheekbones. Oh girl. This is really great because it's like the Vam. And throughout the day, it actually makes, I look in the mirror and I'm like, whoo, I've never seen a highlight like that. I didn't even spray anything on my brush. It just does that all on its own. I'm like, hey. So I'm just gonna put some on my nose as well. Cupid's bow, chin, anywhere that I want to highlight because we highlighted there before with the concealer. So I'm gonna highlight a little bit more because you cannot highlight enough. Like, have y'all seen Jeffree Star's Skin Frost? Oh my god, I want one. And this highlighter lasts all day as well. It's very pigmented. You can go overboard, but I'm trying not to. Well, I probably did. But you know what? Whatever. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Original, my M224 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to apply that to the eyelids. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the Morphe 35L palette. A very warm toned palette. They do have a shimmer palette, and they do have a, this is the original 35L with shimmer and matte. The first shade I'm going to take is this cream color right here, and I'm going to use that to set my eye primer. And I'm using a E27 from Morphe. Next, I'm going to use this peachy shade right next to that, and I'm going to use that on my M514, and this is a really good brush to get into the crease. It's really thin and really fluffy, so it really blends out that color in the crease. This is just going to give me some warmth. A nice transition. Reminds me a lot of Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. I'm using windshield wiper motions and then circular motions on the outside. To deepen up a little bit, I'm going to use my E35 from Sigma, and I'm going to use that shade and in the palette, and I'm going to that dark burgundy shade, and I'm going to just focus this on the outer corner. I'm going to use my M518 from Morphe to just deepen up a little bit. I want a brush that'll be a little bit more precise. And these shadows are very pigmented, so you only need a little bit. And I'm creating a V shape with the shadow. So I'm pulling it down onto the lower lash line and then pulling it up into the crease. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use that same color that we just went in with, this color, and I'm going to shade also, the peach shade. And I'm going to blend that out using my E30. Now I'm going to take my E55 brush from Sigma. I'm going to wet my brush using Urban Decay All Nighter. Now I'm going to take this shade and put it on the lid. The sparkly shadows are just as good as the matte shadows in this palette. I did use the 35OM palette. These shadows lasted longer than the shadows in the 35OM palette, so I was really surprised. And I'm dragging that a little bit into the inner corner. Next, I'm going to go in with my E18 from Morphe, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner using the Gellar Gilded Honey highlighter. Highlight on the brow bone as well. Another pencil brush. This is the M431 from Morphe, and I'm going to take this shadow right here and blend out the lower lash line. Deepen it up just a touch. For the waterline, I'm going to use my Rimmel's Exaggerate pencil in Nude and just line inner corner. For the outer corner of my eye, I'm going to line with the Rimmel Exaggerate pencil in Blackest Black. I'm also going to line my upper waterline. For mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Look at this. I'm not even wearing false lashes, guys. I mean, for the bottom lashes, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. This is my favorite one for the bottom lashes. Next, I'm going to use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Chocolate. Now I'm going to take my L'Oreal Stylist Brow Plumper in Light Medium and run this through the brows. To contour the nose, I'm going to go in with Hoola Bronzer on my E30 brush from Morphe. To set the face, I'm going to use my Gerard Cosmetics setting spray. This is the peach scent. This stuff is really good for the heat because it says it keeps your skin matte and increases the wear time of your makeup. It also has a temperature control technology in here, so that's really cool. Didn't know that setting sprays could do that. So I'm just going to spray my face with this again. I'm going to take my NYX Hydrofudge liner in the shade Nude. I'm going to go in with Colorpop Satin Liquid Lipstick in Echo Park. For lip gloss, I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune. This is the finished look, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comments what tutorial you would like to see next on this channel, or if you would like to see a 100% drugstore tutorial or a first impressions on the Lumi Cushion Foundation from L'Oreal. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you are new. And I will have all of my social media links over here as always. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. They're all some sort of version of Victoria Claire, other than my Snapchat, which is WeTheClaireX3. And yeah, I will see you all on Friday with a brand new video. Bye! Can't stop listening to Beyonce. Y'all know Beyonce is amazing. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. The two videos on the screen are my latest videos. The one on the left is my May favorites video where I talk about the products that I have been loving throughout the month of May. And the one on the right is a sunset matte eyes tutorial. I teach you how to achieve that look. So you can click on the two videos and they will take you directly to them. And the subscribe button is on top, so please subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you all on Friday with a brand new spanking video.